बाद में लिखेंगे.
بعد ما يخلصوا هيجوا يصوروا تاني في الهرم. هتجيبهم تبقى. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Ready.
Then I take you now to
Yes, sir.
see very interesting hieroglyphic inscription. If you can see this inscription is very interesting. This man left this what we call it a curse inscription.
Oh, what we were saying about
Yeah.
curse.
Then this
meaning,
man curse. Yeah.
something bad about somebody.
Yes. Then he's saying, listen, all of you, and he's explaining to us that he never did anything wrong in his life, and this is why the gods likes him. But he's saying here, if anyone will disturb his tomb, he will be eaten by crocodile, the hippo, and the lion. And then he's listing to us the 3 animals that he's putting here to protect his tomb. And his wife left the same inscription on the other side, but because we are afraid to be deteriorated from the sun, but she added more. After the 3 animals, she put snakes and the scorpions
Oh gosh.
to protect the tombs.
Well, what happened?
And
Finally?
they are buried here. Look, this is the burial is behind here.
Is this is the coffin?
No.
No,
This
no.
is we used to put it here to protect the tombs.
I see, but they are meaning they are still inside there.
No. We moved the skeletons that you will see in the lab.
Actually, they were
today.
protected.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean anything.
No, I mean,
when they
it was
put this curse, they mean that they need their tombs to be protected.
But it is fortunate in their case that
Yeah.
they were protected.
No, this cemetery is completely found intact because it's poor cemetery. There's no gold. There is
Yes.
nothing to be robbed, and this is why we were very lucky to discover the first time an intact cemetery to tell us information about the life of the ordinary Egyptian, the life of the pyramid builders for the first time.
But isn't it interesting? There is a contemporary cemetery also here. I mean, there is today also.
There is, yeah, but this is away. This is today's cemetery, yes. It's a cemetery for the Muslim and cemetery for the Coptic, but this is away from our cemetery.
But for some reason, it is not that far away. I mean, after all,
Yeah.
who knows? If you go excavating that side, you might
Maybe,
find the old cemetery
maybe.
too. Okay. Now more exciting discoveries with you. Okay.
Okay? Then you will continue.
Now we will do for. Now we go and see where the skeletons and all that were. Then you can do some shooting here too.
ये तो उस दिन का
Beeta, थोड़ा सा काट लो.
बीटा पे लिया है. उस दिन बीटा ही था आपने.
उस दिन बीटा था.
यहाँ पे बीटा इस्तेमाल किया.
अच्छा. हाँ फिर ठीक है. मैं ये ठीक है. अब उनका ज़ाहिर आवाज़ का शॉट ले लो उधर से. ऊपर से लो. He's going back into the vehicle from there. You shoot from there. Very good. Dhua, moment of time.
Hello, 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 hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic check, check, check.
Ready? बाद में आ जाएगा वाइट करना चाहिए ऑब्वियसली ठीक है रोनी Doctor, may I just speak to you for a minute?
Yes.
May I have your introduction, please?
Yes, I'm Dr. Azza Tareddin from. I work in the National Research Center,
I see.
and I'm an anthropologist,
I see.
and I work mainly in the bones of the ancient Egyptians.
Could we keep any sample of bones which you could explain to us of some particular interesting workman which you have found, or any skeleton that is very interesting to talk about? Is there something that you can tell us?
Yes. Just tell me. Let me for just a moment to
Yes. Think.
to think. Yes, about
no, no.
special skeleton. Yes.
Yeah.
Just a moment.
Okay, fine. We go and bring. Okay. अपना वो ये क्या कैमरा किसका है यहाँ पर? Okay.
This is one of the male workers. He has metastasis in the bone.
This is what is wrong?
He has,
Take a minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. You want the fan off? Can you keep the fan off?
Ah. This is one of the workmen.
Yes.
He's a male, and his age is about 35 to 40 years old.
I see.
He has a tumor in. We suppose that it may be in the GIT, in the gastrointestinal tract,
I see.
and it spreads in the bones, and it causes this fracture in the destruction in the skull.
This is in the skull itself.
Yes,
I see.
this is the skull.
Right.
Yes. It also causes some destruction in other parts of the body, which is the ribs of the same skeleton. I can find it to you just a moment. Here you can see. This is the same type of destruction of the bone that caused by the same tumor that that is spread from the
Gut.
GIT, yes, to the bones of.
But is this not something to do with bilharzia?
No, nothing at all. It's cancer. It's cancer.
It is a cancer of
Yes,
the
it's
bone.
cancer of the GIT, and it spreads to the bones, and then causes this
From-
lesion in the bone.
From the examination of the various skeletons which have been found in that new site, what is the general observations of the kind of life that they must be leading?
Mainly, I mainly work on the high officials and the workmen.
Okay.
And of course, I found a great difference between the skeletons of the high officials and the workmen.
What is that?
It's because of the workmen started work while they are so young,
Yes.
in the teenagers.
Yes.
So the signs of arthritis and everything
Connected with older age.
Yes, it is because of the stress that is.
They're getting it
Yes.
earlier at a younger age.
Yes, earlier at younger age,
And
because they, of course,
back problems and
yes,
leg-
especially in the backbone.
Oh,
Yes, because of course they carry and lift heavy
Loads.
things. Yes, it goes.
and the superiors, the high officers?
And the high officers suffering from the normal diseases that you can find in any population.
Right, right.
But of course, the maybe also the anemia. You will find it more in the workmen than in the high officials.
I see.
Yes, and also the age. We find that the longevity in the workmen is less than in high officials.
For
We
example?
find only 3 or 4 skeletons over 60 years in the workmen, while in the high officials, most of them are over 50 years.
But why should the workmen die so young? They are very fit, actually.
They are very fit, but they are affected from stress, and they work so hard. And of course, they didn't have the same medical care, and they didn't have the same diet, of course.
Yes.
So they
This
must
was
die.
one of the
Yes,
reasons.
yes.
Now, what is the function of your laboratory out here, madam? How are you? What are you doing, and what is the purpose of this laboratory?
Mainly, we work with the archaeologists in taking off the bone from
Yes.
the ground,
Yes.
and then we made examination to the bones in order to know everything about their life, their age and sex, and so about the age and sex, and we can make the demography of the old population, and so we can imagine, and also about the diseases that they suffer from.
Are there many
so
women?
We can,
Are there many women here?
yes, yes. Between the workmen, you can say 50% of the population were females.
But then they cannot lift that much load, maybe.
They cannot lift, but they can share in other works, such as getting water, maybe, or maybe for cooking, and it can give us an idea that they may live in a population here, and it's a complete population that the workmen. The men works in the heavy loads, and the females stays with them.
Okay.
Which
Now,
means that they settled in the
as
place.
families, they are settled
Yes,
there.
at family, because we find also children.
Oh, children also there.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Now, what is there some kind of display or exhibition which will be there of all these items?
Yes, we hope so. We hope so. After we finish all the examination of these bones,
Okay.
we hope to make an exhibition, of course.
All right. Now, what is here? I mean, what are these things?
These are newly excavated skeletons. We didn't examine them yet.
So they're
They just we just take them out of the ground.
okay.
Maybe last week.
Oh,
so we didn't examine them yet.
I see. That means to say all your excavations are
Yes,
ongoing.
Yes, we excavate all the bones from the ground, and we put every bone in
These are
in a
separate.
plastic bag.
But these
yes.
are really in separate sections of the body.
Yes, of course.
Which is
This is a skeleton. Here's a bone with a fracture. It's
oh,
a bone of the
Of the
arm.
arm.
It has a fracture here, and so we put every bone in a plastic bag,
Okay.
and then we started after that to examine each skeleton, and then we put them in a wooden box like this.
I see.
Yes, after.
Now these are the boxes of the skeletons which have already had their examination and
yes.
their report.
Yes.
So roughly, what do you find here? Are they all anything you want to tell me about what you have found here?
Of course, we found many things. I can't tell it so quickly,
Yes.
because every skeleton we find every something,
Something.
or maybe it's the normal skeleton died
Yes.
normally because of his.
Are you photographing this and documenting all that?
Yes, of course. Each skeleton we have to make a photograph before we take it out from the ground, and
Yes.
then after that, while during examination, we take a photograph of each bone,
Yes.
and then we make a file for each skeleton.
I see. This is being done by the Department of.
Department of Human Genetics in the National Research Center,
I see.
and we are a group studying the human remains.
I see.
Yes.
How long will your work take?
About 10 years.
You find it interesting?
Yes, of course, it's very interesting.
What? I mean, that's what remains.
It gives us an idea about the life, the ancient life, and it's to a little bit. It's we can be sure of the results because we have something real in our hand. So if we find like this skeleton a lesion.
Yes.
There must be a lesion. You didn't expect something.
Yes.
You already see something by your eyes, and then you can be sure that, of course,
Yes.
there is a cancer in the ancient times. So you can be sure of this.
This is proof. So it
Yes.
is like a living picture from the dead.
Yes, of course.
But if your skeletons are being discovered every week, your work may last 20 years.
No, it is not every week. It's every season. There is sometimes they are opening graves, and if they found skeletons, they asked us to go and then
Right.
to take them off and study them.
Is there danger of these bones decomposing or degenerating because of not now?
Of course, because of the heat, of course.
Yeah.
But if we find something interesting like this skeleton, we preserve them, but by some material we paint them.
Yes.
But not all the skeleton, of course, because if you want to make any chemical examination or something like this, we didn't want to paint all
Paint
the
it
skeleton.
naturally.
Yes, but we paint the values things in order to keep them and to preserve them.
I see. Thank you very much. I must congratulate you on your
You
work.
are welcome.
This is a very major documentation of Egypt's history.
Thank you.
I wish you well.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Okay.
I would be grateful if you would give your name and designation to our colleague out there. Thank you.
I write it to you, or you can write it.
Yeah, you.
ايش هنستنى عزة هي لنا
Thank you.
ابعد ولد ابعد عيب.
Dr. Hawass, one rather stupid question. Why does a pyramid have 4 sides? It could have 3, it could have 7.
Because this is really at why the Egyptians built the pyramid in a shape of a pyramid. Is because they looked at the mound that the universal God of Egypt created this world through this mound, and the mound had 4 sides, and therefore they built their tomb in a shape of a mound, because the pyramid represent the primeval mound. It's like a stairs that the king will use to ascend and descend to the sky.
But you look at a prism. Prism could have 6, 7 sides, 8 sides.
No, I mean, it's really normal to have the 4 sides like a mound. A mound.
Like a mountain.
A mountain, exactly. The mountain had 4 sides, and this is why it has 4 sides, and it's perfect size for the tomb of the king.
Why this shape?
Well, I told you that according to the inscriptions that's written hieroglyphic inside the tombs, that the Egyptian will use this as a stairs to go up to the sun god Re.
Yes.
But also in the same time, the ancient Egyptian thought about how this universe occurred.
Yes.
Then they thought there is a god, the sun god,
Yes.
came to create this small world through a mound.
Right.
And that the pyramid represent the primeval mound.
They say that the ravages of time are perhaps not as bad for the pyramid as the modern ravages. Tourism. What are the problems that you are facing because of tourism to these pyramids?
You know, I say all the time, when people enter inside the Great Pyramid, we are closing it now. We'll open it in January 1999.
Okay.
Because we are restoring cracks, humidity is over 90%,
Right.
Salt occurred inside the walls, and this comes from tourism.
Breathing.
Yes, tourism is very important to us, but at the same time, preservation of the monuments is more important.
Right.
And therefore, we close every year 1 pyramid,
Right.
and we open the other 2 to the public.
I see.
And we are closing it now. But personally, if I do have the decision, I will close pyramids completely in front of tourists. Because I believe that the magic of the pyramids, in my opinion, are to see pyramids from outside, not from inside. Because inside there is nothing. But you can see the interior of the pyramid through a film that you're making now,
Yes.
an IMAX theater, show the interior of the pyramid. And this is why I feel that if we want to preserve pyramids
Yes.
for future, we should really close them in front of the public.
But are you saying that means no entrance, but there would be a kind of a garden area?
They can see the pyramid like what we are seeing from outside.
Right.
We can see the magnificence of the pyramid.
But-
this is one of 105 pyramids that we have in Egypt. This is the number of pyramids now.
Now, tell me this, the many theories are there about how these stones have been lifted. And one of them is after all these stones, I think 4 or 5 tons each, 7 tons. And there must be 200, 300 million stones.
Yes.
Then?
The ancient Egyptian transport, we discovered to the south of this pyramid,
Yes.
the ramp that the Egyptian used
Yes.
to transport the stones.
So you're saying it's the ramp system?
Yes,
But
we
they say that-
discovered it. No, I don't care of what they say.
Yeah.
What they say, it is not based on discoveries.
They say there's some cantilever
we
principle.
discovered the ramp that the Egyptian used from the south side, located to the southwest corner of the Great Pyramid.
Okay,
And
so-
they did around the pyramid ramps.
Okay, so there's a ramp like this, and then there's another ramp there. So
Yes.
there are step ramps.
Yes.
All
And
the way to the
I
top.
found also evidence through my excavations here
Yes.
that when they made the base of the pyramid accurate square, they cut in the solid rock. And they made the base of the pyramid to be 27 feet or 9 meters high only from the solid rock. If you look at the base of the pyramid,
Yes.
this is not a stone, it's the solid rock.
Okay.
And the base of the pyramid take the majority of the stones.
Yeah, because if we do not have it on solid rock, then this is not going to be able to take the weight. The
Exactly.
foundation won't take the
Exactly.
weight.
And transporting the stones, we still, if you look at this area there, we are restoring tombs. We cut stones by the same method,
Right.
like the ancient Egyptian, cutting a 5 tons stone in 1 minute and moving it in sledges
All
up
right.
to the base of the pyramid.
Today you can cut 5 tons in 1 minute. But
No, with the same method. of what has happened. We are using the same method.
What is
of
that method?
The same method. If you have the workman will bring with an axe.
Yes.
He will put in the middle of the stone one piece of copper and boom, push in it for 1 minute. After 1 minute, it will be cut,
The whole stone.
the whole stone.
So there is some science of how you, at which point you place it.
Yes. Like you do when I discover a big sarcophagus and the lid is like 20 tons.
Yes.
2 workmen will move the 20 tons. They have a method of skills that we do have now, and this comes from the ancient Egyptians. We are ancient Egyptian. We were the descendants of pharaohs, and we do in my excavations and my restorations that same work that happened 5,000 years ago.
What is the restoration work for the pyramids actually? What do you plan now? What is to be done?
What I'm doing inside is I'm restoring the cracks inside the pyramid.
Let's begin with outside. Then inside,
Outside, we are not doing anything outside.
This will weather the...
Because I told you the pyramid is a ruin, we keep it as it is.
I see.
We do not restore anything in it because it's in a good condition outside.
No problem.
But inside, we restore in the grand gallery
Yes.
the cracks.
Yes.
We remove the salt that comes from the briefing.
Okay.
Because every tourist that enter inside the pyramid bring about 20 grams of water to the pyramid.
Okay.
And we remove the salt. Also, in the same time, we are changing the electricity system
Yes.
to make it in a good way. And you have to know that we are also, when we did clean the so-called air shafts, because we finished last week
Yeah, I see.
only the ventilation system inside the pyramid.
Okay.
But when we did another ventilation system 6 years ago,
Yeah.
a German sent a small robot
Yes.
about 9 centimeters high from the so-called air channel. And the robot went in a journey inside the pyramid and was stopped in front of a door with 2 copper handles. And we don't really know what this door might hide of secrets. And we are trying to find out a way of how can we investigate to see what's behind this door.
Because if you dig inside the pyramid, is there a danger of the pyramid collapsing inside?
You cannot dig inside the pyramid, of course. But
This is a digging, isn't it? Isn't this?
But this is what happened in the 9th century AD from the soldiers of Ma'mun, son of Harun al-Rashid from the Arabian Nights.
Yes.
Yes.
So, but this
But
is how they discovered
still,
it.
Still, we have to be careful. You know, this is a symbol of genius of these people, and it's very important. If you have to do something for scientists, you have to do it. But if someone would come and ask to drill for like adventure archaeology, we tell him no.
Okay. Now we move towards the interior. Why did the need at all arise for ventilation? After all, it's only the house of the dead.
Because you visit 4,000 people enter inside the pyramid a day.
That is today, sir.
Today.
I'm talking
Then-
about ventilation.
No, there is no.
4,000 years ago.
These shafts, it's wrong. People talk about ventilation. They were not for ventilation.
I see.
One shaft on the south, it's for the soul of the sun god, Re,
Yes.
whose cubes also in the same time to go and join the boats.
I see.
And the one in the north to join the northern stars. Egyptians always cut the end connected with the northern stars on the north.
Do you believe there is something what they call pyramid power? People say you put your milk there, it's fresh.
You know, I did this long time ago, 50 years ago, when people in America was talking about pyramid power, and if you put meat underneath the pyramid, it will stay for a long time. And they're talking about many things like that. And I came here and I bought a pound of meat, and I put half of it in. That the meat inside the Great Pyramid was more. I was telling people, you know, if you believe in something, it can happen. You know, nowadays you have these new age people all over the world, and they come by with millions and they meditate inside the pyramid. But some of them who are really using this for their own sake, to be famous and to be rich, they attack me. They say that I find evidence about Atlantis and I hide it. And those people, you know, they're not honest. They have to know that I'm here to protect these monuments.
Yes.
I'm here to protect it not for the Egyptians, but for the whole world. But therefore, those people are doing it for their own sake.
Just recently in the papers, there was a paper or a statement published by a Cairo University professor, Dr. Saeed Karim, I think, who said that the technique, among the techniques of raising the stones, was they neutralized gravity.
That is a problem, that always people who are not scientists, they talk about the road. Like if you are expert in architecture,
Yes.
what do you know about building the pyramid? How do you know to read hieroglyphic? This man is saying mistakenly and wrongly to the public, and I'm going to write and explain to the public that he's wrong, that he's translating some papyrus wrongly, that translated by famous scientists all over the world, but he's translating for his own sake because he does not study. We here smell the sand every day. We excavate, we reveal artifacts that record to us the story of the
Yes,
pyramids.
yes.
And we say the evidence with evidence. We don't say things with speculation. And those people, like Said Crime and the others in America and England, they talk about something that doesn't make any sense. Those people were ordinary Egyptians. They believed in God. And they worked in a system.
Yes.
And the pyramid is not by itself. There is other 13 architecture components connected with the pyramid.
True.
To understand the pyramid, you have to study what's attached to the pyramid, and this is what we do. I wrote my doctorate dissertation about pyramids. Then I always know what the sand may hide of secrets, but those people just try to give us sometimes stories without evidence.
Is there some secret or some lesson that the modern world should take from the great science of the Egyptians?
This is what I said to you.
No,
that
what should we apply?
What we should apply to understand that those people were ordinary people like us. They were not giants,
Yes.
but they made this marvelous civilization. They reached the peak in science and technology because of one thing. They had a system in their life, organized society, and number two, they believed in God strongly.
So they had the power of the motivation.
Exactly.
And when you have a will to do it, you do it.
Exactly.
And then you can make something like this.
It's true.
We are two ancient civilizations,
Yes.
Dr. Hawaz. Perhaps you have visited India?
No, I never did, and I want to visit India. It's one of the countries that I did not visit, but I hope in the future that
We
I
have
will.
great similar traditions of architecture.
I know.
And
I mean,
temple
India
art.
is one of the greatest nations in history, also that had a very important civilization in history.
We have the Islamic architecture
Yes.
and the Taj Mahal,
Yeah, of course.
but perhaps the pyramids, there is no monument more famous
Than the pyramids.
We
It's
are
true.
privileged to be here.
It's true.
Now, finally, we would want to know that this particular pyramid and the other pyramids which are out here, what is the are you going to create some kind of a garden complex out here
No,
with
no,
rest
no.
houses and so on?
No, we will do all of this conservation plan for the Giza Plateau south of the pyramids in
Yes.
the desert. We'll create a stable for the horses and the camels.
Right.
We'll move all of them on the south.
Right.
Then when you ride a camel, you will not ride a camel within the pyramids, but
Yes.
the pyramid will be a background.
At the background.
If you come by for picnic, you will never picnic like those people here now.
Yeah.
No, we'll have a picnic area on the desert.
Okay.
And at the same time, we'll build a cultural center to educate people.
With an exhibition and
Exactly.
videos and things
But
like that.
within the site, it should be preserved as ruins. And we do the conservation plan of these ruins, and we'll stop cars coming up the plateau, and we'll let only electrical cars to take people in tours and visit the pyramids.
When is all this going to happen?
In maximum in 2 years. When you visit me next time, I will assure you that you will see what we call site management that I did here for the last year. This is really what we did here. It should apply to every archaeological site in the world, even in India, is how to manage a site full of problems. This site is full of problems. Camel, horse drivers, people who built around the pyramids. All of that will be completely stopped, and you will see the pyramid in a good shape in 2 years.
Right. Now let's see what the secret is inside.
Okay.
With you. You are using actually the same entrance which was used by...
Yes, the main entrance is still open also to the public.
There is a technique here, Dr. Abbas. We see that
If you, there's no
joint-
mortar, if you see that they are,
you get stuck in.
yes,
I see.
that's is the method.
How do you measure the exact and level of each one?
Because we discovered here on the south of the pyramid
Yes.
evidence of how they make the base through some holes.
Through some?
They do holes about 40 centimeter in diameter.
And just hang on for a second.
كيف المفتاح؟
Yeah. So they do a hole and
And these holes they use to make the square. And after they make the square, they cut in the solid rock. And after that, they shape the sides of the square.
these drawings and all that you're preparing, I hope, for the
Yes.
future world of science,
Yes.
because this is an eternal mystery. Every time people ask these
Yes.
questions, they don't have answers.
Yes.
Okay. Come up.
Then they will follow us inside.
Yeah, but I think they're just getting the battery operated live.
Stand by. Rolling.
Yeah, action.
Dr. Hawass, what is this passageway? This is not made by you.
No. This is, we call it the Ma'mun entrance. Because Ma'mun, son of Harun al-Rashid from the Arabian Nights,
Yes.
when he came here to Egypt with his soldiers,
Right.
they heard about gold and the treasures inside the pyramid.
Right.
Then they searched for the main entrance, they could not find it.
Okay.
Therefore, they dug that entrance, which all the tourists use until now, and we call it the Ma'mun entrance.
Okay, but then digging this mean what would they? How could they dig through solid rock?
I mean, it's easy, just take stones and this is what
Easy.
they did. I mean, it's easy for hundreds of workmen who really were eager to find out what treasures inside the pyramid.
Wasn't
And
the
they
pyramid-
dug that entrance until they reached the passage of the pyramid here.
They actually found the passage, or the story goes that they heard a stone falling somewhere.
No, they met with the passage that I will show you now.
I see.
And of course, you know that this pyramid has 3 period chamber.
Right.
The one underneath is unfinished.
Right.
And the second one, people call it wrongly the Queen's Chamber.
Right.
And the third one, which is the King Chamber, above it, there is the relieving chambers,
Yes.
and they inscribed in hieroglyphic.
Yes.
And one of them has the name of the gang who built the pyramids. You know, the workmen who built the pyramids were divided to 5 groups. Each gang divided 5 groups.
Right.
Each group had a name. And we found the name of one of the groups up there,
Yes.
and it was called Friends of Khufu.
Oh, I see.
This was the name of the gangs who built the pyramids.
The workman's gang.
Yes.
But how could such a scientifically engineered work, how could the plan be changed in the middle? I mean, that you have one chamber.
No, I
here
will tell you why. Every pyramid in Egypt, the
Yeah.
king is buried underneath the pyramid,
I
except
see.
this pyramid and his father in Dahshur. And
Right
the
underneath.
reason for that, in my opinion, it is a religious reason. That Cheops is the only king that he appointed himself in his lifetime as the sun god.
I see.
Because he's the sun god, he has to be buried within the pyramid, not underneath the pyramid like all other kings.
I see. One second, we'll hold it, sir.
Okay, so ready.
Okay, roll it. Just a minute, sir. Are you rolling?
Yeah, rolling.
Okay. Is there any possibility of this pyramid collapsing while we're inside, Dr. Abbas?
No. You know, I will tell you a story that when we sent the robot inside the pyramid,
Yes.
and there was a screen in front of us, and the robot had a camera in his hand.
Yes.
We saw that all the blocks inside the pyramid were interlocked like this.
Yes.
Means pyramids will never collapse. When the Arabs came here and they entered inside the pyramid, they said, man first time and time first pyramids. The pyramids will live forever. Come down and see.
Now you see, this part of the passage is quite big, but there are many parts inside the pyramid which are extremely small, where you have to practically...
No, this is the only small passage. But it reached the Grand Gallery, the most striking gallery in the pyramid.
But why wasn't the rest of it? Why were there certain sections where you...
Because this is just an area to take the sarcophagus and the coffin of the deceased up there. This is not a living place. This is the resting house for eternity for the king.
You have to come up otherwise.
Yeah,
because you're otherwise. You okay? I think that's better this way. Come up, bring your light up.
लाइट ऑफ ना हाँ चल रहा मत बस इतने
Switch light up. Yeah. Okay, we'll complete the interview.
Yeah, rolling.
I thought that the passage was kept low, especially to prevent anybody from trying to rob the place.
No, robbing the place, they blocked the pyramid from outside only. This is the most important thing. But later, in the Middle Kingdom, they began to make complicated corridors inside the pyramid to deceive thieves. And they used to make traps.
I see.
And this is why when we enter pyramids, about 700 years later, after this pyramid, you can find thieves who were hanging from their legs.
Oh, I see. They would catch them.
They catch them because they make traps inside the pyramid.
While the pyramid was being built? Or after the pyramid? Oh, I see.
No, after they bury the deceased, later, in later periods,
Yes.
people try to enter inside to steal things from the pyramid.
Right.
And we do have a very interesting story written in hieroglyphic
Yes.
about a judge asked the thief, why did you enter inside the pyramid and steal the pyramid? The thief said, everyone say that the king is a god. Why the god did not move to stop me of stealing his pyramid? You have very interesting stories from the time of the pharaohs about robberies and things.
Obviously, the pyramid is a standing invitation for anybody to come and try and see what's inside because it's such an obvious symbol of wealth and prestige. But for such a scientifically accomplished community and nation, how do you reconcile that with what you might concern the more superstitious way of looking at concepts of the afterlife? Now, when you are such great science, would you not have had similar development in your idea of life and the afterlife?
Yeah, but this really is a belief. This is the main belief. This is why you have to think how pyramids built Egypt. Because building the pyramid built Egypt in science, technology, art, architecture, and everything.
Yes.
And this is why the belief of the afterlife was the main important, solid point for the religious aspect of those people.
And for all this activity.
And
Because
for all
they
this
felt
activity.
It had
Without an
relevance.
afterlife, this is why they did not care about their houses, but they cared about their tomb. The tomb is a place for eternity. The tomb where the king will rest forever. And his soul will fly up to the sun god Re.
And he will live again.
He will live again forever.
in
As a
his-
god.
As a god. But then why did the god need food and his
So
viscera?
this is the idealistic life. If you live in another life, this second life should be completely idealistic.
I see.
And therefore you need to have servants, wives, food, drink. If you are not that beautiful, maybe the artist will make beautiful statues for you.
Right.
And therefore, this is the life forever. But in the same time, the Egyptian did not like death. They hated death.
Yes.
But they had to prepare for death. They enjoyed their life very much. They drink, they fun, they play. They're ordinary people.
Yes.
But the preparation for the after death,
Yes.
the afterlife, is the most important part of their life.
So therefore now we see that here we have all these ancient kings waiting to be activated, as it were,
Yes.
once again.
Yes.
And that was the greatest thing. Now, what must have been here? There doesn't seem to be enough space like we see in Tutankhamun. We see so many places for the furniture and for the...
No, the furniture that the king will use, in my opinion, they put them inside the temples, outside the pyramid. This only will contain maybe canopic jars
Yes.
that they put inside them, the things after mummification,
Gold.
and the coffin inside the sarcophagus.
No gold.
But the furniture and the gold stuff that they had in there, they used to put it inside the temples, especially in dynasty 4 and 5 and 6. But later, they changed that to be inside or beside the king himself.
Would you say that this would mean a lot of resources were actually locked up? Imagine, every
Yeah,
king
still-
takes everything back with him, so there's nothing left for the next generation.
No, there is, because Egypt was a rich country. That's why Egypt, why civilization started from here? It is not because of the Nile, no, because of the wealth. Gold is here, limestone quarry, granite in Aswan, alabaster in Hatno. Then everything from the source of the afterlife, they can bring it from here. Maybe except cedarwood from Lebanon, turquoise from Sinai,
Yes,
silver from Syria Palestine.
right.
Then there is certain things that you can't have, they'll bring it from outside Egypt.
Considering that we are in the heart of this huge monument, one of the greatest in the world, I find it's blazing sun outside, as we just saw, but it's quite pleasant and cool, and I find a little breeze blowing here.
Because you are away from the sun, number one. Number two, people did not visit this place since April 1st.
This is
Then
closed.
it's closed, it's resting. And that's why I believe that we close one pyramid every year and open the other to the public. Pyramids need rest, like human beings, like everyone. And that's why if we want to keep this forever, we should really preserve it. By the way that we do is the conservation work that we do that makes people to respect us.
When will this pyramid open for the public?
It will be open to the public on January 1st, 1999, and after that we'll announce the closing of the second pyramid.
I hope by the year 2000,
I hope
this is
so.
going to be the place to visit.
I hope so.
Listening intently here, I hear a soft rumbling sound somewhere. I don't think anything is falling on us, but it seemed to be a gentle rumbling sound. What is that sound? Can you hear it?
No, there is no sound, just the imagination. You imagine. This is the most silent place in the world. You are completely isolated from everything.
Listen.
No, maybe
Is it the breeze?
maybe something that comes in your mind, but I don't really hear anything.
Can anybody hear it?
I don't hear anything.
Exactly. You see? Then you are the only one who hears this. Your staff say that don't hear anything. Then it's just imagination. And that's why many people imagine things when they enter inside the pyramid. But this is a quiet place that makes you relax because you cannot hear anything around you. It is the most quiet place in the world. It's a place for meditation and for understanding better future.
Sir,
Will contact with the railway station? Okay, yes.
लाइट दो करे हाँ नको ना
मैं अभी पाऊंगा
king.
एक मिनिट, I'll ask you.
Yes.
आकाश असं खाली आहे इकडनं वरनं. आकाश like you can come from here. Actually, can we keep this little inside? Roll cut. What is this chamber? What is this way here?
This is the second Bira chamber, and inside it we can see the escaping shaft, which leads the people after they buried the mummy of the king in the third Bira chamber. They escape it across this shaft, then outside the pyramid. So they didn't use this is gate garage again.
Acha, once they took the mummy from this way, they did not come back this way.
Right, across this way, they escape across this way, across this is shaft, and then again back to the outside the pyramid. Don't use this is gate garage again.
Okay, what did they do with this then?
This is for to carry the mummy of the king to the end of the world.
But after they carried the mummy,
Inside.
did they close it here?
They
did
closes
they put something here?
Yes, right. They closes the Bira chamber and they closes all this is garage by sand and some stone and some wood. They put wood and the close this is wood, some sand and some small stone.
So that nobody reaches there.
Nobody uses it again because this is the purpose of this pyramid as a tomb for the king, not a place for the tourist or a place for the labor people. Understand me?
Okay.
As a tomb only.
Here is जाऊया.
Yeah, Nero.
नहीं इसको नहीं बैठना बैठ जाने दो
It comes back to the government.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Mohammed Noah, congratulations on being the first Secretary General from Egypt of the Cairo International Music Festival.
Thank you.
Tell me, what is this festival and what is its significance for the world and maybe to our friends in India?
Yes, this a festival for songs.
Yeah.
It's a touristic festival.
Okay.
It's not for art. It's just using the art, using the music,
Right.
the singers,
Yeah.
those beloved elements
Right.
to bring tourism to Egypt.
Okay.
Because Egypt is it has the third of the old monuments.
Right.
So we use the songs to invite people to come to see.
What is the composition of the Cairo Music Festival? What happens in the festival?
The festival is divided to two big halves.
Okay.
First half is Oriental contest.
Okay.
Oriental singers come from the Middle East, the Arab world.
Okay.
They have their traditional in singing, their way to sing, their model music. And we have another contest. It's European contest,
Okay.
Western contest. So they come from all over the world. From any place in the world.
Any place in the
Spain, Italy, Paris, London, Norway, Switzerland, France, any place. They come to have a competition.
So far, India has not participated.
I would like to invite the Indians to come because we love them.
Tell them.
Please, I am Egyptian citizen.
Why? Oh,
Are you? It's not.
yeah.
Just here. Again, no, not yet, not yet. You have now, yes.
Now?
Okay.
In case we still go further down, then what about that?
That's fine now.
Fine.
Aja, anyway, now you take it for, we may cut off. Yeah. Okay. Are you rolling?
Yeah, yeah.
Come. So, please do tell the Indian people about your festival. I'm sure they'd be interested. We are a very musical nation.
Yes, I
and
know.
we should participate.
I know.
Tell us.
And I am a music lover, especially the Indian music.
And a very famous singer. Muhammad Noah.
Yes. Please do participate in this and come to Cairo because we like your music. We like your sitar, we like tablas, we like nakaras, we like your mejwis, everything. We like the Indians' culture. We like the Indian people. We like the Indian food. So come, please. Come and communicate with us. We are Egyptians, you are Indians. We must come to you and you must come to us. Please do it.
Thank you.
Participate the 5th International Festival in Cairo.
This will be in August.
Yes, it will be in August next year.
अब आप अगले साल ही पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं, लेकिन कायरो इंटरनेशनल म्यूज़िक फेस्टिवल में आपको ज़रूर पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहिए क्योंकि इजिप्ट भी बहुत ही म्यूज़िकल नेशन है और इन्होंने ख़ास आपको ये निमंत्रण दिया है. Now we cut.
Can we repeat this again?
Which one? You want to close up of this then?
Can we repeat this again?
Which part? Just the invitation.
Yes, and you want a close up?
Yeah.
Yes.
ठीक है.
So that we like your music
Yes,
and this,
yes,
that and the other.
yes,
We love
yes.
your sitar and
Yes.
And you, but
Ah.
you have, it will be next August. Please
Yes.
participate in
Yes.
that.
You Indian people, we love you so much. We appreciate you so much. We appreciate your history so much. We love your music, your tablas, your nakaras, your sitars, your mejwis. We know about you so much, so much. Your films are so amazing in Cairo. We love your beauty, your way to sing, your way to dance, your way to play music. Come to participate with the Egyptians in the 5th and next August, because we want you also to invite us to come to your festivals. We are nearby you, we have the same culture, the same color, and we welcome you to Cairo in Egypt. So come, please do.
Thank you. Very wonderful. I hope now you get. Okay. So now, Mr. Noah, tell me about your own music. You're such a famous and loved singer in Egypt.
I was
A singer is always a singer.
Thank you. I was a singer. I was a performer. Now I am a composer.
I see.
I compose for many kinds of music.
I see.
Classical Egyptian, we
Right.
call it Arabian music.
Okay.
And also symphony jazz orchestration or symphonic orchestration.
I see.
I make musicals, many musicals.
Right.
I did some music in France to the Comédie Française, you know this theater.
Yes.
It's well known.
Yes.
And I make songs, soap operas, music for TV.
Which has been your most famous song in Egypt?
Oh,
up to now?
Up to now, it is a song called Madad. شد حيلك يا بلد. Madad means, in Egyptian, means hold yourself together. It was done during the next war, the last war we have in 73.
I see.
So I want to awake my people, so I told them Madad. It's a kind of soul song.
Which everybody appreciated tremendously.
Yes, it's
We have in India a song, a very famous song by a very famous singer called Lata Mangeshkar. She is like in the Guinness Book of Records for the largest number. She sung, I think, more than 30 or 40,000 songs in her career, and she's still singing. And she sang a song during the Indochina War,
Yes.
and that was called "Ae Mere Watan Ke Logo," meaning, "Oh, people of my country." And it brought tears to
Yes.
our leaders and to our people.
yes.
And perhaps your song did the same to the people of Egypt.
Yes, it's known. It's now they sing it in the football matches and even in any battle, in any achievement. About when they even marriage, they said madad. Madad means hold yourself together. Soul come,
put my hand in hand.
How
And-
do you, can you sing a line of that?
Yes. We saw مدد 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 مدد. So people say
Yeah.
شدي حيلك يا بلد مدد 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 شدي حيلك يا بلد إن كان في أرضك راح شهيد في ألف غيره بيتولد مدد 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 الله 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 بكرة الوليد يجي من بعيد راكب خيول فجره الجديد إن كان في قلبك شيء قوليه الحزن هيفيدك بإيه يا ظهر وشرع بينفرد مدد 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 الله 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 تا 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 ترى. Yes.
What is
Allah.
Halla Halla actually?
God give us strength.
My goodness, you sing it
Yes.
right from your gut, from
Yes.
the bottom of your heart, as I
Yes,
can see.
it was.
How have you? I think this same feeling has taken you back into your history of your music, to pharaonic times.
Oh yes, the pharaonic music is old music, like your Indian music. You
Okay,
know,
yes.
you call it ragas.
The ragas, yes.
Yes, the raga in your music is a scale. We
Yes.
call it modal music.
Okay.
With moods.
Okay.
We call moods here from the land of the pharaohs. It's not written,
Yes.
but we dig it out from the folklore.
Okay.
Folklore means concentration of the knowledge of the culture.
Okay.
The people concentrate as a proverb. You have a proverb, Indian proverb.
Yes, of course.
We have Egyptian proverbs. Proverbs.
Hmm.
Music can be so concentrated. Be concentrated in a small quantity of notes, 4 notes. We call it tetrachord: do, re, mi, fa,
Yeah.
or so, la, si, do. So we dig out these folkloric songs,
Yes.
especially before the radio, before the TV, before the influence of the media. We go to villages, the far villages from the media,
Yeah.
and we were listening to people.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like that. When a child is born,
Yes.
his mother Hannin. Hannin means give him happiness and peace.
Yes.
Oh, ونريت بزازي ونريت بزازي والعباية على حجازي كنت فين يا ولد غايب كنت بحيي الغوازي. Put the words out. تيراراراراراراريرارا تيريرا. Yes, keep this tuning. Tirira. This is a mother hugging,
soothing and calming her
yeah,
child.
Calming her child.
It's universal.
It's universal. Ta, rira, folklore. Now you come to a man going to Mecca.
Okay.
It's Islam.
Religious.
It's religious.
Okay.
نوينا زيارة الحبيب النبينا ويني تيرارا.
Sense of
Now,
movement.
yes. Now people in a village are having some suits for the bride, bringing
Making
material.
new dresses and
yes, and
happiness
new
and
happiness for the bride, the marriage.
Okay.
So they are buying clothes and things to
Yes.
to the new house.
Okay.
They say sing like that. جبنا الكساوي من فوق شواشي الشجر. Then tirara. And now you have to the Christian church.
Yes.
You see priests, they are not Muslims.
Yes.
They are Christians, Copt.
Yes.
The old, they sing like that. Kyrie eleison.
All of them
Kyrie eleison. This is a Coptic language.
Okay.
Now this tune. Tarira. Now, after the death of a man, people become to scratch themselves and cry.
Yes,
And this is a pharaonic habit.
Mourning.
And yes, after 40 days after the death, they made a celebration, the 40th day. It's a
Okay.
pharaonic habit.
All right.
And they sing, they cry like that, and they sing like that. يا بطاقية الشباكة while they are crying.
Yeah.
والخط ريح الخط يا ولدي وازاي يا ابو الولاية جوه التراب تنحط يا ولدي and they still crying. تيرارا. Then
Those
this,
are the notes.
Yes, 4 notes. Ta-ri-ra, da-da-da. And we went to the museums.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
I must
We went to the museums
Yeah.
and we found that the flute
Yeah,
is designed on those notes
I see.
from 4,000 years ago.
Okay.
When you play the flute,
Yeah.
the pharaonic flute, it's ta-ri-ra-ra-ri-ra-ra-ra-ra. And this, from this we came to the essence of the pharaonic. We found 7 melodies. We brought from those 7 melodies the folklore. The folklore is you can this to many millions, hundreds of millions of melodies.
My
So you
God.
come to the Egyptian pharaonic soul, especially if you know something about the instrumentation of this.
And that's your soul too.
Yes, like your soul, Mr. India.
Great pleasure meeting you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Great. We got it. That's what you call, my goodness. He's
My
an
goodness.
artist. He's
Yeah.
a great artist, I must say.
You are the best in the world.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Okay,
Okay.
so now we need to bring in a little bit of the audio tapes,
Yes.
the videotapes,
Yes.
the Cairo Festival,
Yes.
and
We
Pharaonic
keep communicating.
music. We keep communicating.
When you go back to India, just give, I can call you every day and night.
Wonderful. Now we just need the English language card.
يس
of,
عايزين عربي كارت عربي من بتوعي
كارت عربي
لا
ولا
كارت
إيه؟
انجلش
انجلش
اه في الشنطه في كروت بيض
طب اشوف لك
What is
Yep,
your
yeah.
name, my dear?
منى
Mona. Well, Mona is a name in India too, so no problem.
Yes.
Now we remember.
Yes, you have a lovely country, lovely people, lovely
Very-
smiles. When you say yes means no, because you say
Obviously,
yes, sir.
the best smile is this guy. He smiles with his eyes.
Yes,
He
this
smiles
is
with his
Egyptian.
eyes.
Yes, yes,
Veronica.
yes, yes. Welcome to Egypt, because I am also the supervisor of the Minister of Tourism
Right.
about festivals.
Okay.
We hope,
Yes.
I hope from the bottom of my heart that one day we have a very big concert to the Indian singers who are beloved here. My children know them. They live in the States, but they know your Indian singers.
Right. Right.
And we make a gala beside the Sphinx, the pyramid,
The Nile.
the Nile, and we make the decoration of Taj Mahal
Okay.
or anything of your, and we make a concert, Indo-Egyptian concert
Fantastic. Fantastic.
to people, to make them happy and to make them feel.
And bring us close together.
Yes, I
Even
shall.
closer, I would say.
Yes,
And that's
I
wonderful.
hope,
I
yes.
think, but we will spread this message, and certainly we must remain in touch, because we have big festivals in India too, and I would like to see that
Yes.
people from Egypt also come to join.
Yes, please
We
do.
have a good relationship with the government and do many things
Yes,
together, so
yes.
there's no reason why we won't do things together.
Yes, and I am so happy to see you here as Indians. I'm so happy.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
See
you.
you again.
Very much.
Good wishes to you.
Thank you.
Perhaps we will be meeting tomorrow, but we must
Yes.
be in touch for the pharaonic, if we can get the tones.
Yes,
Maybe we get the tones
yes, from the
computer,
organ, yes,
and we must get the video footage,
yes,
preferably on Betacam,
yes.
of the music.
If
of
I
your
find it in
music.
Betacam, but for orchestration, perhaps I do not find the Betacam because it's in the television.
Okay.
So I shall
But we do a
try.
little time
Yes,
and we can see.
even
from
if
the
I find the VHS, I shall put it in a
Yes,
Betacam.
yes, please do.
Okay.
That. Yes.
Thank you
We
very
will work
much.
it out. Okay, sir.
Bye bye.
Take care. Thanks a million, everybody.
Bye bye. ايوه انا رايح بعيد عن الكاميرا. ده لسه بيصورني. انا حدانا كده وبعدين اطلع يس. This is your car? Huh? Yes.